Today we've driven to a motorway service station for breakfast.
On the way?
Because apparently it's really good. Two separate people recommended going to breakfast at this place. It's Gloucester service station, it's brand new. It's a farmhouse, like organic place. First problem was that there wasn't any breakfast. Secondly, Christ, that's expensive. Like, it's literally £8 for a sandwich. Jesus. It's 11:30, there's no breakfast, but we recommended it from two people, one of which is my manager from work, who is minted. One of them is your friend, who's a bit all posh and thinks she's minted. But anyway, so we're going to go up the road, try and find a Greg's. I can basically guarantee we're not going to find this car again, so it was nice knowing you. This is the most mazy car park I've ever been in, and we're just being like directed around it, so... Well, it was nice knowing it. We've got to get back to Bristol, probably by train. Ended up having a Cornish pasty and a hot chocolate. But then, otherwise, we came on back. We went all the way up to Gloucester, some kind of retail park thing. Had a walk around, Laura got some stuff, I came back, and now we are just chilling out before we're going out for a meal this evening. We're having a lovely day. However, I'm going to spend a semi-decent amount of time now doing stuff. I'm going to try and make a demo for my idea for my new API Gateway style thing. I kind of showed someone at work it yesterday, and he was like, well, that's actually not a bad idea. And like, we may be coming up to a point where we're starting to shift our API Gateway a little bit, and it might be really good suited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and like patch one in, basically. Essentially a proof of concept for both work and then for both me as well. So I am also gaining for this because I'm probably going to end up building this API Gateway anyway. But it's also, like, I'll build it regardless of whether or not work want it. And then basically it's easier for me to spin up a test model at work, unlike Work's infrastructure where we've got the all the services and stuff. On my own I've only got one extra service, so I don't really prove much. But when I have more than one service, this thing would be great. But that's obviously a semi-decent time down the road. So, that's what I'm going to be doing now. It's going to be great. Christ, that's hard. It's really hard. I can't figure out, the main killer here is I can't figure out how to use GUIDs. But, I don't feel like this is going to be better than what we've got. I was kind of hoping this was going to be relatively trivial. And it ain't. So, I can't get anything meaningful working, so I think I'm going to have to leave it there and come back to it if I have some time, but otherwise I need to focus on some other things. But we're going out for a meal. Ooh, yummy. We went to like this burger place that's just up the road from us. We've tried to go there 3 times now. This is the first time we've been successful. It's one of them kind of places that don't do bookings, you just kind of turn up and hope that they've got a table. But they had a table and it was pretty good. We thoroughly enjoyed our evening. And then we headed on back here. We've just been chilling out watching film. Watched The Circle. It's a bit like Black Mirror but watered down. Fancier actors, I guess. But yeah, otherwise I've basically come to the conclusion that while this GraphQL thing would work quite well for me, for what I need for my project, I don't think it works very well for what we roll in with work. We'd have to change too much stuff, basically, is my thinking. There is no point building something that goes from REST to thingy to then REST on the other side. You essentially need GraphQL that uses REST underneath, or REST to GraphQL. There's no point blending the 3. There's no point having 1, 2, 3. You may as well just map straight through. So I've given up basically. I mean, I could petition to change the API Gateway into a straight up GraphQL thing, which basically allows you to just query data objects, but we'd have to change the way that we envisage our world, because we'll go from different like a RESTful arena to essentially a data map, which you just pull data from, rather than asking for specific things to be done, which is arguably less good. Anyway, the first one, arguably less good. Some really cool rocks on this beach. They're really smooth and I don't know, it's weird. I'm heading over there. I've left Laura reading. Also left my shoes, which is why I'm being very girly about this. Owies. This stream here, man. We're gonna go for a wander over there in a bit. But yeah, the tide's just gone out, so this stream's appeared. I want to see how fast it is. But it looks fast. Look at these dogs. See, like the poor little guy's trying to swim back, and he's like just getting washed down there. Can you see him? Yeah, there you can. Like it's like, please, I just want, please, let me get to the end. Like 22 degrees, so it's nice and it's like just right temperature, but the fucking water is freezing. Here we go. Look, that's the this quaint little Welsh village that we've come to, and the water, it's really nice. I'm really thoroughly enjoyed myself. Laura's up there with a book being boring. I started googling more GraphQL related things, and then I was like, I've got to go because I wasn't going to get work. Let's have a wander out. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's very streamy, but when you get to like the calmer bits, I mean, look at that for current. Christ, I'm just trying to get back. Shame we've discovered this towards the end of winter, of summer. This is really nice. South of Wales, man, is much better than the shitty bits of sea on near we are. There's a couple of not covering microphones, but set at sand dunes, kinda, almost. I've got a rock which I can't leave, so I might want to run down this sand dune. I don't know. Laura isn't as impressed by the sand dunes as I am, but that means she can hold the backpack. Ha. Woo! 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 So much fun. There's a huge one over there, but it's a lot of effort to get to. Right, we are. I put my rock down for safekeeping. It's good, it's like it's hand-shaped. Just in case we get attacked or something, I don't know. See you later at the beach. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, and thanks for the rock. It's been a glorious day, and for a bank holiday weekend, that doesn't happen very often. It's very rarely nice and dry and sunny. It always rains on a bank holiday. So it's probably going to rain tomorrow. Get back quick enough to get to the Tesco before it closes, so I'm longboarding up to a Sainsbury's local chicken and potato salad tonight. You can't have that without a nice good baguette. So I'm going to see if I can pick us up a baguette. A jolly good fun day out, ladies and gentlemen. Got a cool rock. We had a great time by the seaside, and we've had a chilled out evening. I've done a little bit. I played a tiny little bit with GraphQL before giving up. / my laptop battery died. Friggin', because my work laptop is like designed for like, it's just like a workhorse, and it just chews its own battery. There is no battery life on that mother trucker at all. You've got like enough to get you through a meeting, and that's about it. Working on it a bit yesterday, and then working on it today, and then whew, that little babberers died on me, and I was like, no. But I'm pretty confident I'm right. We need like an entire new change in what we're doing for it to work. Essentially, you can't just like graft one on top of a web API, and like you can have, yeah. So tomorrow I'm going to spend less time on that. I'm going to spend more time on my own stuff. But yeah, otherwise we've just been chilling. We've just been chilling out, playing some games, watching some TV, and we're heading on to bed. Getting up early tomorrow. We're just going to have like a worky day, so it's not going to be all that exciting. We've got like our Sunday jobs which we didn't do today to do tomorrow. We brought Graham a little brush thing, and don't know if she hates it or not. Also, we gave her a big carrot to eat today, and we can see it all in the back of her there. We just had our Sunday day today on a bank holiday Monday. We've been living the dream. We went shopping. We sorted out all the cleaning. Well, Laura sorted out a lot of the cleaning. I cleaned out Graham. We've had dinner. I've been doing lots of programming, getting stuff working together. I'm going to have a very productive worky week this week. I'm feeling it already. A big to-do list of things to knock off today, and I've knocked all of them off. So, it's not technically true. There's one on there. But I am heading off to bed to fuel myself for a long, productive programming week. It's only 4 days, but fuel is required. Why do spiders love wing mirrors so much? There must be a fucking family behind there. Just waiting for this bus. To be fair, this bus is more reliable than most buses. Do you remember when I didn't have a car and I used to hate buses with an absolute passion? Look at this. Because they'd never be up on time, they'd always be late, they'd take forever. This one is actually pretty good, except when it's late, in which case it's very late. Looking forward to today to having a head down, ramp up, accelerated like trajectory into the week of programming. I need to automatically generate 2 Swagger docs, integrate them into the API Gateway, generate some public contracts, allow mappings through, and then create an MVC route all the way through it. Probably going to take me the majority of the day. Looking forward to it though. Or we back out of this story and we're going to start focusing on some other stuff. Basically, So I'm like, I'm either going to have this day where I like ramp into it, or it's going to be a day of planning. One of the two. Don't know which yet. It was a head down kind of day, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually relatively quick and easy to get a automatically generated Swagger document from a MVC controller, which is pretty cool. Smashed those mother truckers onto the services, got them all published, and then started melding the API Gateway into working properly. What I've discovered though, ladies and gentlemen, is a little hackaroo. A little hackaroo. So, if you don't know, .NET Core 2.0 has been released. It's great. It's awesome. The problem is that Service Fabric doesn't yet fully support it. So it's not, you can't run a full .NET Core application from inside Service Fabric without putting it as a reliable actor, which is a pain in the ass. So unfortunately, Service Fabric has to be a full fat framework thing, has to be 4.7. Well, it doesn't have to be 4.7, it could be 4.5 and above, but anyway. So, what you then end up is, you have a problem where you can't have all of the .NET 2.0 stuff. You can't have all of the fancy stuff going on, which is annoying. So, here's the thing. I've been having, so many times, I've got into this scenario where I've got unit tests that call a method and then it all builds, compiles fine, and then it will go, this Service Fabric, this method is missing, or can't load this version of this NuGet package, and it's a pain in the absolute arse. And what I've discovered is the problem with that is, because I have a full fat framework, I've had to create a unit test project which is also full fat. Now the difference between the Service Fabric one, which is full fat, and the other ones are the fact that the Service Fabric is actually ASP.NET Core. So there is some .NET Core stuff floating about. So getting the fucking NuGet packages the same is an absolute shitstorm. There's just so many of them, and it will be one that you'll reference in a version of something, you'll reference in the same version, but because that's pulling in some .NET Core stuff, yours isn't, it breaks. It's an absolute nightmare. I apologise, I've got a cold or a hay fever, one of the two. So if you're in the scenario where you have a project which is trying to reference another project, it builds fine, but when you run it, there's like some kind of missing method exception, or class can't load from domain model, or any of that garbage. Here's the things you do. Firstly, check your NuGet package consolidate thing. Try and consolidate your NuGet packages, get them all to the same version if you can. If NuGet stops helping you, i.e. because it will highlight ones that you've like literally gone, I'll go 1.1.3 here and 1.1.2 here, it'll go, oh, there you go. If there's ones that are hidden behind the scenes that aren't referencing properly, it won't pick those up. That's your first one. Second one, update to 2.0. If you can update to 2.0, do it. Obviously in some places it makes sense to keep your NuGet packages low. If you're in like NuGet, if you're trying to make a NuGet package, keep your reference low so that other people don't have to be 2.0 and above to reference you. So like if you've got like domain model objects that you want to share around a NuGet package, make it standard 1.0 because you don't need anything else. So where possible keep it low, but if you can, upgrade to 2.0, use some of the newer stuff, it's great. Perfect. Third, here's the trick, here's the one, boys. So your unit test project, which is a full fat unit test project, copy and paste it somewhere else, delete it, right? Delete it, it's gone, fuck it, it's gone. You've got the source code elsewhere, delete it. Right, create a new XUnit, or whatever you want, .NET Core project. .NET Core. So you've got the .NET Core project file, you've got all of that stuff, but Jamie, you can't reference a full fat framework from a .NET Core framework when you're not in 2.0. Put the project file, change the target framework to Net 4.7 or Net 4. I haven't tried it with any of the other ones, but try it with the others. I assume it might work. And then what you have is you have the new style project file, and all of the new style stuff. Visual Studio looks at it, thinks it's a new thing, and then it compiles down to a Net 4.7 stuff, and you get rid of all of that legacy bullshit that doesn't fucking work. And it just uses all the new stuff, and it's so fucking good. I've literally spent hours of my life over the past couple of weeks trying to deal with those problems where I've been upgrading things or trying to do things and NuGet packages have gone wrong. The problem is basically like all the HTTP stuff There's like Microsoft.rest is a new package. There's system.net.http, but then there's system.web.http, and those two fuckers do not play well. And I don't know what the fucking thing is about it. Oh, and also there's, just to throw caution to the wind as well, the new one is called Microsoft.asp.net core, Microsoft.asp.netcore.mvc.http. All of these ones here all trip over each other, and if you've got one floating around, you're fucked. But yeah, so basically delete it all, create a new empty one, copy and paste it all back in. Yeah, happy days. It's brilliant. It genuinely solves so many problems. There's that. Otherwise, the problem with my automatically generated Swagger doc is that it's not generating a dictionary properly. It's a dictionary of enums where the enum values are keys. What it's doing is it's cycling through all of the enums and then creating separate lists for each of them, which is freaking irritating. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the Swagger not to do that, but it is doing that. Yeah, I mean, if worse comes to the worst, I'm just gonna have to map it to like hide that happening. But that's that. Otherwise, came home, talked to Dad on the phone. Me and Laura having a good old chinwag of a time. We like realised it was like 8:30 and we're like, oh shit, let's get on with what we were going to do this evening. Watch Orange is the New Black, Laura fell asleep, I've been doing some programming, I've updated my projects now to Net 4.7 on the new style, and it works like a fucking boss. And yeah, I'm like pushing through, just trying to push through changes as fast as I can, get them work done, you know. And I'm going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Mainly because it's going to be a while before I can actually upload this video. But mainly because the video's getting a little bit long. Anyway, so I've been having it's a good start to the week. It's kind of a weird way to end the video, isn't it? But it's been a good start to the week. It's been productive. I've learned something new, which is friggin' a lifesaver, and I'm now going to move into my next project and do the same bloody thing, because I know that there's a similar project. I've had a similar problem in this project, so I'm just going to frickin' do it just to stop it happening again. And then it's just ready to upgrade anyway to 2.0. So yeah, thank you very much. Did I show you Graham's little brush thing? I did show you Graham's brush. She likes it. So, wow. Wow. She's never really sat still in our hands and like ran around. But we are trying to plump her up a little bit. So we're trying to feed her a bit more. I think she just squirrels it away and hides it places. But I don't know whether she hides it and doesn't eat it because she doesn't think she's going to get more. So we're going to try and feed her again tomorrow. And try and trick her into eating more stuff, because it turns out she's underweight. But yeah, and we've got an extra jar of baby food, but we think it's a bit much to. She's not having baby food all the time. So anyway, I've kind of talked so much now. I'm giving myself a bit of a headache. I'll catch you later.